directors urged to work hard to meet expectations of citizens.
Workers urged to prioritize occupational safety and health issues when negotiating for working conditions.
For news are live on GBC24 and GTV. My name is Soyoko Pakutre.
And my name is Evans Champon.
Chief directors of various ministries have signed the 2017 performance agreement with their ministers in Accra. The annual event is to ensure efficiency and professionalism in the civil service.
The Chief of Staff, Madam Frema Opari, urged the ministers and the chief directors to ensure that government business meets the expectations of citizens.
The document is designed to ensure that the requisite measures are instituted as a guide for the civil service. Civil servants are obliged to be politically neutral but plug into the development agenda of the government of the day. Basically, they stick to the systems that underpin national goals. A member of the evaluation team, Dr. Esther Abuaji, urged the chief directors to carefully but constantly review the activities of their staff to ensure that quality is not compromised. The Minister for Monitoring and Evaluation, Dr. Anthony Akotose, commended the chief directors for the successes chalked up by the various sectors which came under their watch. He urged them to refer to the performance agreement document since it constitutes the benchmark for assessing their performance.
The idea of monitoring and evaluation is not to shame anybody. The idea is to allow government to deliver the results in an efficient, effective, and timely manner. Let me emphasize the last part, timely manner. Government cannot be said to achieve her results when people keep letters on their desks for 10 days because they have traveled.
The Chief of Staff, Madam Frema Opari, urged civil servants to stick to the principles of professionalism, transparency, accountability, and selflessness.
Performance agreements are about establishing expectations, apportioning accountability for them, and setting a standard for their execution. Such arrangements are usually to ensure quality performance, and so there must be consequences for not meeting key targets, goals, and results.
5 chief directors of the various ministries were awarded for their hard work. The chief director of the Ministry of Education, Mr. Enoch Kobina, topped the chart in this roll call. He was adjudged the overall best chief director of 2016. Yaira Lawe, GBC24, Accra.
Now, Ghanaians have been urged to let occupational safety and health be their core priority when negotiating for working conditions. The Secretary General of Trade Unions Congress, Dr. Yauba, said this as a celebration of World Day for Safety and Health at Work.
The theme for this year's World Day for Safety and Health at Work was Occupational Health and Safety Situation in Ghana, optimizing the collection and use of occupational health and safety data. The day is celebrated to promote the prevention of occupational accidents and diseases globally. The awareness campaign draws international attention to the magnitude of the challenge and how creating a safe and healthy culture can help reduce the quantum of work-related deaths and injuries. The Deputy General Secretary of General Agricultural Workers Union, Andrews Tego, emphasized the importance of safety and health at workplaces.
It's about life and death at work, and it's about choices. You choose the money or you choose life, and the compensation is about get injured and be paid. And then what we are saying is that do not allow the injury to occur at all. And the culture is prevention. And then what we have also promoted is workers need to take safety and act safely.
The Secretary General of Trade Union Congress, Dr. Yauba, lamented on how work-related accidents claimed some innocent lives.
You cannot count the number of drivers and drivers' mates who have lost their lives We cannot count the passengers who have died with them on our roads. Our roads are like war zones. Many more people die in Ghana on our roads than people die in Afghanistan.
He urged people to consult medical practitioners and solicitors on the Labour Act before agreeing to any terms and conditions in their related field of work and refrain from compromising their safety for money. The General Secretary of Construction Building Materials Union, Pius Kwenu, expressed worry about the lack of data on work-related injuries and death.
In the past, we have realized that the figures that are being churned out by even the factory inspectorates are conservative figures. They are not up to date. There are also modern equipment that we are using, and they don't have even the instruments to measure them. So to talk about the real situation on the ground, we don't have. There is the need, therefore, if we have to move forward, to have this data collected, and so that we depend on reliable data to give ourselves informed decisions and how to progress into the future.
A minute's silence and prayer was observed for those who lost their lives in their line of duty.
GBC24's Abdul Hai Mumin has been awarded Muslim Television Personality of the Year 2016. 36 others were also recognized for their enormous contribution towards the development of the Muslim community and the nation as a whole. This was at the 2017 Ghana Muslim Achievers Awards. Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, the National Chief Imam, and some government officials witnessed the ceremony.
The night was filled with performances from some popular Muslim performers. Some awards were presented to two organizations for their immense contributions to the Muslim community. The Ghana Muslims Academy received the Muslim NGO of the Year 2016, while Linda Daw received the Muslim Business Recognition of the Year award. The Muslim Social Activist of the Year went to security analyst Mr. Ibad Ibrahim. Most promising Muslim went to Dr. Fatia Karim. TV Program of the Year went to Islamic Belt on Metro TV. And Radio Program of the Year went to Anchi Anchi of Zuria FM in Kumasi. TV Personality of the Year was given to GBC24's Abdul Hai Mumin.
Abdul Mumin, GBC. Salam alaikum.
3 lifetime awards were also given to Muslim personalities who devoted their lives to helping the needy. Other categories including health, art, civil servant of the year were given to distinguished personalities. The Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, commended the organizers for such initiative. He said government is committed to supporting the Muslim community in most of their activities.
The Prophet ﷺ's uncle, Abu Tayyib, he never accepted Islam, but he was so helpful to the Prophet. And we all know that Nana Akufo-Addo, yes, he's not a Muslim, but he's so helpful to Muslims. When I talked to him about the Zunga Development Fund, he said, yes, let us do it. And we have done it. His thinking is very, very progressive, and we thank Allah for him. I just want to take this opportunity to congratulate all the recipients. May Allah bless you. Salamu alaikum.
Organizers of the ceremony explained the reason for the event.
Initiators of this event are Shukra Concepts sat down and said, okay, why don't we come out with this thing so that we sell our people out there that yes, we have a lot of people in our community who have done so much in Ghana and their various communities that we don't know.
A representative from Zuria FM, who picked up 2 awards, gave his impression of the event.
This really shows we Muslims, we are also putting our mark to the development of this country. We are not going to be left alone. We are putting our mark and we will continue to put our mark. I'm very grateful. I'm very, very happy. I can't even explain how happy I am now.
This is the 2nd edition of the program, which started in 2016. It was graced by all the Muslim sects in the country, including Ahmadiyas, Sunnis, and Shiites.
Congratulates our colleague Abdul Haim Mumin. Now, still in Accra, the Corporate Hangout Committee of the University of Ghana Business School has unveiled two personalities in its advertising pylon. The two are Mr. Benififi Eshen, Head of Marketing at GASEM and News Editor of Ghana Television, Mrs. Barbara Gazy.
The University of Ghana Business School, UGBS, provides learning experience for persons interested in business and marketing courses. Over the years, it has churned out individuals who now hold reputable positions in companies and institutions around the world. The Corporate Hangout is an event organized every semester to bring the students outside of the classroom to network and share ideas. The committee of this hangout has been thinking of ways to give back to the school. The two icons, who are both TV personalities and students of the school, are expected to promote the image. Mr. Martin Hom is the chairman of the Corporate Hangout Committee.
We decided this semester that we're going to give back to the school. We've been here for 18 months. We've achieved so much. We've acquired so much knowledge, priceless information, that we think that it's good to be appreciative of what we've received here. So we thought story-wise to do something very unique for the school. So we came up with the pylon, and we decided to just use our own products as the icons for this pylon. So that is the main purpose for which we did this.
Dean of the UGBS Graduate School, Professor Joshua Abo, was grateful to the group.
As a school, one of our strategic thrusts is to intensify our marketing, communication and industry engagement. And I think this pylon will add to that initiative. I think it will showcase the school and the activities of the school.
Mrs. Barbara Gazy and Mr. Benififi Eshen said they will work hard to live up to the honor bestowed.
I feel honored to be chosen amongst the number of people who have passed through this institution. And it's an honor. I'm grateful to the student body and also to the institution for accepting to have me as the brand ambassador of University of Ghana Business School.
To whom much is given, much is expected. And this is not just a gesture for fun. The school has big plans, and Dr. Kobe, the team, Dean, Dr. Katie, or TK rather, Chumbakudia, all these guys are great guys. So we'll work with them. We'll try and network the alumni and see what we can do. Some of us are in the corporate world. We'll see what we can do to support the school financially, as far as reaching out there and making people appreciate what happens in the University of Ghana Business School.
The group presented a plaque to coordinator of the Marketing and Communications Department of the school, Dr. Kobe Mensah, for his support during the 18th months of study.
To our very own Mrs. Barbara Gazy. Moving on, many, including the Christ Apostolic Church International, are calling for stiffer punishment on illegal miners. At the General Council meeting of the Christ Apostolic Church International, the chairman of the church, Apostle Dr. Stephen Amweni, did not mince words condemning the act.
Even legal miners, especially along water bodies, have resulted in wanton destruction of most of the country's water sources. The Brimo River in the eastern region is one such river that has been affected by illegal mining.
As a church, issues of great concern to the nation are also of paramount interest to us. I wish, therefore, to add my voice to the current debate on the Galamsey miners that is destroying particularly our rivers and water bodies, as well as large tracts of our fertile agricultural lands. This illegality must indeed stop and be fought from all angles.
At the 16th session of the Christ Apostolic Church International, illegal mining and its effect on the country's natural resources was key on the agenda.
Unlike Naboth in the Bible, who was determined not to give away his father's inheritance by protecting his vineyard, a few unpatriotic Ghanaians are not only selling our birthright, but also destroying our hard-won reputation and image as a people. It is my wish that all Ghanaians she supports the fight against these nation rackets and saboteurs, some of whom are disgracefully aiding foreigners to reap where they have no soul.
The Minister for Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, Mr. Kofi Jamisi, said the church plays a pivotal role in the development of every nation.
The church in Ghana have brought us together as a people and enabled us live so peacefully amongst ourselves and with others who profess other faiths. We have learned to tolerate and be guided by one objective, that the belief in the Almighty God brings us fulfillment and development as a people.
This year's General Council is under the theme 100 Years of Impacting Our World Through Pentecostalism. It opened on Wednesday 26th April and will end on Friday 28th April 2017.
Now let's go to the eastern region, where the President Nana Akufo-Addo joined the chiefs and people of Akuapem to mourn the death of the paramount queen of that traditional area. The late Nana Dokua departed from the norm as she remained a staunch Christian after she became traditional ruler.
The atmosphere at Ekropong, the traditional capital of Akuapem, was solemn. Hundreds of indigenes of Akuapemang from far and near thronged the forecourt of the Akuapem Palace at Ekropong to celebrate the life of late Queen Mother Nana Dokua. President Akufo-Addo, accompanied by MPs and government officials, was there to mourn the loss of the Akuapem or the Queen Mother of Akuapem. Nana Dokua's 50 years on the throne is described as very inspiring and influential as regards education and women empowerment. She established the House of Faith Church in Akuapem. During her reign, she never held a glass to pour libation as tradition demands, but always resorted to Christian prayers. She also used brass band for traditional derbes instead of traditional drums. Known in her private life as Comfort Lily Ohene, the late royal was born on December 3, 1922 at Ekropong, Akuapem. She attended Presbyterian Primary School at Ekropong, Akuapem. She also attended a Brick Girls Secondary School before training as a nurse. Nana Dokua married a timber merchant and politician from Kumasi called Akwesi Bediakon Adai. She was installed the Queen Mother of Akuapem State on August 15, 1966. She set up a trust fund to assist the needy in accessing education and health. Tributes were read by children, family, and the Akuapem Traditional Council.
Nana initiated the training of people whose Christian life she found wanting, with the view of converting them to become born-again Christians and all converted Christians. Nana authored the book, Nana Dokua, the Christian Queen, 2010.
Nana was a very beautiful person, both physically and by nature. In all the time she was with us as a family, I never saw her once hit or abuse any of us, even under extreme provocation. When you add to the children and other kids from the extended family, we numbered over 20 in the household, and Nana was a mother, friend, confidant to all of us.
Chairman of the Church of Pentecost, Apostle Dr. Upuku Onyina, admonished people to be exemplary in their lives.
Now, nipa hallelujah. Say nyameka ho a yehu na bibie no atumi wo enkabirikiri ntumi be ye ntumi nsumansam ntumi wo nkrofo bi wo ho asika dada wo asofo ka ho empanyimfo ka ho adodo anyina wo ho sika na afa ne ho posa na obi okuta tumi na ohu sika ne ho pono wo dada na yeyi yesere otwedi ampo nyankopon so obi bia nyame ahirawo so ye adwuma mu panyine aba mu panyine wo osofo otitru bia no
Nana Dokuya, who was the 22nd Queen Mother of Okuapeman, will largely be remembered for her relentless efforts in raising and supporting young children within her community and beyond. Nana Dokuya died at the age of 94 years.
It's about time we caught some breather. We are back shortly with news from the world of business.
Time for business, and you're welcome. Management of the West African Gas Pipeline Company have met with its stakeholders in Accra to develop strategies. At the center of their discussions was securing the supply chain of gas distribution.
The West African Gas Pipeline Company, WAPCO, with its mandate of supplying natural gas from Nigeria to customers in Benin, Togo and Ghana, aims to become a world-class. By definition and intent, the company wants to be identified by its efficiency and reliability. The company speaks of its safety record as one of the best. To maintain standards, it has schooled its vendors on the company's ideals on safety and environment. The vendors used the events to network among themselves. They reflected on some achievements and challenges associated with their operations. The General Manager for Finance and Administration of WAPCO, Mr. Mike Inondu, said it will build the capacity of the vendors to enable them to adjust with the competitive oil and gas market.
Our expectation is that when vendors develop to the standards that we require them to develop to operate safely, that gives them an opportunity to also compete favorably in other companies in the sector and even beyond, and not only in Ghana or even West Africa, but all over the world, because our standards are global standards, and any vendor that is able to meet those standards can hold their heads very high up and be able to compete with anybody, anywhere in the world.
He added that WAPCO has monitoring tools in place to ensure that vendors meet safety requirements.
We go to the vendors. We if you looked at the forms that we have today, which they have to check through on the standards that they have, the policies that they have, so they're supposed to have documented policies and standards in their own companies. So what we do is that we come to them, go through those policies and standards with them, check, grade them on their performance, and where there are areas that they need to improve, we help them, to make sure that they improve on those areas, tell them the things to do, work with them, together with them, because they need to own it. Because that's why we said also that the chief executives of this company, it is their responsibility to make sure that safety becomes a culture in their own organizations.
Vendors were also briefed on WAPCO's bidding processes, contracting and purchase order terms and conditions. Currently, WAPCO has issued close to 2,000 services and purchase orders to suppliers in the country.
Now, 16 young entrepreneurs in the second Cosmos Innovation Center, aimed at nurturing the development of market-based solutions that addresses various challenges in the agri sector, have presented their business plan to the panel of experts. This round will determine who will advance to the second and final phase in May and June. Each of the winners will receive $100,000 seed funding from Cosmos Energy to develop their business ideas.
Cosmos Energy in 2016 introduced the Cosmos Innovation Center program. The program is aimed at pursuing and nurturing the development of market-based solutions that addresses various development challenges in the agricultural sector of the country. The first edition saw 2 young entrepreneurs receiving seed money and an incubation program at the Meltwater Entrepreneurial School of Technology to fine-tune their business ideas into a global entity. The first edition, comprising 16 groups of young entrepreneurs, started 6 months ago and is expected to produce 2 entrepreneurs with best agri-tech solutions to support the growth of agriculture sector of the economy. The 16 entrepreneurs have gone through training programs to build their capacity. They have also conducted market research tours across the country to validate their business concepts. This is the first phase of pitching processes where they are afforded the opportunity to present their ideas to experts in the field of endeavor. All the 16 young entrepreneurs presented their business ideas ranging from livestock, poultry, fisheries management, on-farm production, as well as post-harvest challenges to help meet the needs of the agricultural sector. The panel of experts are now expected to prune this number and select some for the second phase in May and June 2017. After this, 2 entrepreneurs with the best ideas will be picked as the winners with a seed money of $100,000 and an incubation training from Water Entrepreneurial School of Technology to develop the ideas. The Dean of the Department of Agriculture at the University of Ghana, Professor Fusue Nim, said the various agri-tech solutions by the entrepreneurs will go a long way to support the government's policy of planting for food and jobs.
For my students here, the Cosmos Innovation Center provides you with the opportunity to see how far you can go with agriculture. I encourage you to take advantage of the government's Planting for Food and Jobs initiative. You are very lucky to have this initiative at this time in our national development.
The country manager for Cosmos Energy, Mr. Joe Mensah, said the company will provide all the necessary resources to help the eventual winners contribute to the development of agricultural sector.
I really think we are onto something, and all of us really should team up together to make this thing a real success. Because once we get it done right, this is going to change the narrative of our country. Agriculture used to be the mainstay of our country. For some reason, we took our eyes off it. It used to be in excess of about 70% of our GDP. Now it's down to teens, 19%. So we need to bring it back up. And to be able to do that, it takes activities like this, programs like this, to help make it happen.
According to Cosmos Energy, technology has become an integral part of agriculture through the development of innovative solutions that increases productivity. Therefore, there is the need to build giant companies from young entrepreneurs with brilliant ICT ideas to help the sector grow.
We'll take another break here. We are back shortly.
Hello and welcome to my journey. Now let me take you to Eyisajo. Illegal mining is taking place on the quiet at Eyisajo in the Ahanta West district of the Western region, despite the ban on their activities. I am Stevenson Agri, the station's Western regional correspondent. I visited some communities and discovered miners apply their brute strength on the job in the absence of heavy machinery.
Eyisajo, a farming community with a population of 7,000, is located in the Ahanta West district of the Western region. Unlike most communities in the region, the indigenes speak Twi. Farmers here are noted for the cultivation of cassava and plantain. Over the years, members of the community depend on this river known as Butri for their livelihood. It was very pristine, clear and safe for drinking. Now, this natural flow of water has been polluted due to galamsey activities in the area. A visit to the town by GBC24's Western Regional team one early morning at about 7 a.m. revealed some residents fetching water and others taking their bath. The color of the river had changed and is more brownish. The team followed up and was directed to a galamsey site closer to the river inside a forest. As the crew got nearer to a palm plantation, voices were heard. The team at this point had to hide for safety as gangs with weapons were spotted guiding the operations of these illegal miners. Gripped with fear, they told them that they were in search of a job. A thorough body search was conducted to disarm the crew, and after several threats, the camera was seized by suspicious-looking illegal miners. They later returned it to the cameraman, who convinced them he came alone. The illegal miners later led the team to the site where excavators were nowhere to be found. It took the team 40 minutes to enter a pit. The defiant illegal miners here insist government rescind its decision to ban the activity in the country. Many of the miners are less concerned about the dangers they are exposed to. Destruction of river bodies and farmlands, therefore, is the last thing they think about. Here, the crew tried as much as possible to convince the galamsey operators to be interviewed. The cameraman had to extend his microphone cables to the pit, which is about 2 feet of an electricity pole. In the pit, the news crew managed to interview them. However, some of the operators were not comfortable.
This business does not pay much, and we spend about 300 Ghana cedis daily on operations. We barely live from hand to mouth.
A day is 3 million.
We are locals. There are no jobs here, and this is the only job that we can rely on to cater for our families.
For some answers to what exactly was happening at Ewisajo, we contacted an assembly member, Openyin Kwesi, and the queen mother of Ewisajo Biaka Krom, Nana Biaka Ama.
Their operation site is closer to the Butre River, and their activities have destroyed the river.
I pledge to support the fight against Galamsey. Thank you for watching. I am Stevenson Agri.
The Deputy Minister for Youth and Sports, Mr. Pius Haji, has advised Asante Kotoko and Accra Hearts of Oak fans to use their anniversary fixture on 1st May to display some of the lessons learned from the 2001 May 9 disaster.
The Accra Sports Stadium disaster occurred on May 9, 2001. It took the lives of 127 people, making it the worst stadium disaster to have ever taken place in Africa. The incident occurred during a match between Ghana's two most successful teams, Accra Hearts of Oak and Kumasi Asante Kotoko, with Hearts and Kotoko facing each other in another epic clash for the Ghana 60 years on anniversary match on the 1st of May this year. The Deputy Youth and Sports Minister, Mr. Pius Hajidi, has appealed to fans to comport themselves before, during and after the match.
This program has the blessing and endorsement of the Ministry of Youth and Sports. We are going to support it. We are also minded that this is happening on the first day of May, and happening in May and between Kotoko and Hearts. It should also serve to again foster positive competition. We recall the unfortunate events of May 9th some years back. And for me, this is also a part of the commemoration of the faithful departed on that faithful day. I use this opportunity to speak to our supporters that football in this country should become friendly intercourse, and I choose my words advisedly. The match between Kotoko and Hearts, and I love the enthusiasm that I have seen across the table, but it is all in the spirit of positive competition. We are going to the field to network, come closer as a country, and it is the time rather for us to show our oneness and togetherness. Never again must the unfortunate incident of May 9, 2001 happen in the history of Ghana again.
The match is expected to attract some high-profile personalities, including President Nana Akufo-Addo.
And Kumasi Asante Kotoko's supporters wing in Accra, the Musical Circle 300, is galvanizing support ahead of the match between Hearts and Kotoko on Monday. The group has embarked on a cleanup exercise in Ima.
Kotoko say, yeah, yeah. Asante Kotoko say, yeah, yeah. Asante Kotoko.
On Monday, May 1, Kumasi Asante Kotoko will descend on the Accra Sports Stadium to face rivals Accra Hearts of Oak. The clash is part of the Ghana 60 years on anniversary celebrations. With few days to the all-important clash, Kotoko supporters in Accra, known as the Musical Chapter 300, has embarked on a massive cleanup campaign at the Nima market. It was to drum home the need for a cleaner environment as well as rally support for the team on Monday. The exercise attracted some officials from the Greater Accra Regional Circles Council, including its chairman, Nana Kwame Dankwa. Some officials said the exercise will be regular.
I expect nothing but the victory from Kotoko. I'm a Kotoko person, so obviously I'll be definitely rooting for Kotoko to win on Monday. But what we are doing today is just to help the country. I mean, they say cleanliness is next to godliness. So I think that we need to clean our environment to, get good health. So we are supporting Secretary 300 to clean Nima and this environment. We are not going to end this today. I mean, we are going to encourage all the circles to, exercise similar exercises in their areas of locality. And I think that the regional council will definitely have to go and help every circle that wants to embark on such exercise.
This is a revenge match for us. I mean, we'll be at the stadium in numbers to support our team, everybody involved. It's just a revenge match and we prepare very well towards this match. Come Monday, we're going to win. There is no two ways about that.
It is something we are anticipating. It's part of Asante Kotoko. We are always cleaning wherever we find ourselves. So we are really happy such a program is ongoing, and we hope the numerous supporters elsewhere will emulate what Secretary 300 is doing.
Everybody should support Kotoko so that we can move forward.
The clash between Hearts and Kotoko on May 1 will be preceded by a Hearts versus Kotoko Oldies match.
Master Emmanuel Wolf and Miss Edna Daniela Alija have been named the Sportsman and Woman of the Year at the University of Ghana, Legon. The two were honored at the 2017 Vice Chancellor Sports Awards ceremony.
2017 Vice Chancellor Sports Awards ceremony took place at the central cafeteria of the UG campus. The awards were given to outstanding male and female sports personalities. The awards were in the form of trophies, citations and certificates. The most promising sportsman of the year prize went to Bimpong Antinana. Glenn Anochi got the best international student in sports accolade. The discovery of the year female prize went to Ruth Okain, with Mohamed Abdul Rauf winning the male discovery award. The most disciplined sportswoman went to Mercy Koko Azanu. Emmanuel Sampa won the most disciplined sportsman. The most dedicated sportswoman prize went to Edna Daniela Alija, with Emmanuel Sam taking that for the men. The prize for the sportswoman with special needs was given to Nina Afedi Okrafo. Mozaka Gershon Edmond won the best sportsman with special needs. The best female school team captain award went to Rosemont Tete, whilst Joel Pham got the best male school captain. The Director of Sports at the University of Ghana, Dr. Bella Bellu Bitugu, urged students to continue to raise the bar in the coming years.
I would like to say thank you very much. It has not always been easy to combine the very challenging semester academic work and sporting activities, but you have always been coming and responding to our call and representing the University of Ghana with all your hearts. Next year, as we start our program, we will come with innovation, we will come with creativity, and do even better than now.
The Vice Chancellor of the University of Ghana, Professor Ebenezer Odruwisu, promised to support sports on campus.
Sports infrastructure in the university is being improved gradually. You are all aware that it's not only sports, we have other needs as well. I promise that I will see to it that the stadium is built. And I'm happy to inform you that the government has decided that the stadium should be completed so that the African Women's Championship in 2018 will be played over there.
10 students were presented with Meritorious Service Awards. The Best Hall Master Award went to Dr. George Akanli Pari. The Best Hall Senior Tutor Prize went to Dr. E.B. Sabi. The Best Hall Sports Tutor was Dr. Alison Hughes. Esther Anuayi was adjudged the Best Dedicated Volunteer for the 2016 academic year. Abena Uti Akenten was adjudged the Undisputed Tennis Queen from 2013 to 2017. The biggest awards on the night, the Sportswoman and Man of the Year accolade, went to Edna Daniela Alija and Emmanuel Wolf. The Akwafo Hall was named the best hall.
Now, Newcastle United kept intact their slim hopes of winning the championship title with a comfortable victory at Cardiff. Black Stars winger Christian Achu scored one of the goals on the day.
Artist Kaboom has released his debut album titled The Beginning. The rapper, who has been in the industry for years, says it will take time for people to adapt to his style of music. Kaboom was a guest on our showbiz program on GBC24.
It's been tough, but right now we are here. You know what I mean? I remember that we have this studio at Swami, you know, and people used to call that studio like Bolaso, you know, Charlie, I go to that Bolaso studio, but right now I'm working with Abraham Ohinijan, and then I have my own studio that I'm managing. So you know what I mean? It's been tough, but Charlie, we're still here. Yes, but then again, I believe, you know, most of them has not really, you know, trying to pay attention.
They haven't listened to your songs?
Haven't really listened to me, but me, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all, you know what I mean? Because I believe that time will come that they will start, you know, paying attention to me. But the debate is my challenge to me so much. A debate I mean, and the man can say me come who attract me suicide hate. Maybe boom bones, chaka set Terry, and I'm not to sell a wally trouser and take kind of candy.
Now, a leather jacket that the late U.S. actor Patrick Swayze wore in Dirty Dancing has sold for $62,500 at an auction in Los Angeles. The weather report comes up next.
Today we will look at weeding and overhead shade reduction.
Weed control. Weeds compete with your cocoa trees for nutrients. They take out nutrients from the soil that should go to the cocoa tree. They attract insects and diseases onto your farm, so you must weed your farm regularly so that the cocoa trees get enough food and essential nutrients to produce more healthy pods.
Overhead shade reduction. Shade trees help to regulate drought during the dry season. However, if there are too many of them, they cause high humidity, which causes diseases like black pod disease. There should be 5 to 6 trees per acre. To kill unwanted trees, use your cutlass to remove the bark of the excess trees. Coat the exposed area with engine oil or salt water. This kills the tree slowly. First, the leaves drop to the ground, and then the branches fall before finally the trunk dies. Less humidity will make your pods grow strong and healthy.
Keep watching the weather reports, and I'll see you same time right here only on GTV.
And that's all we have by way of news for now. But before we go, a look once again at the headlines. The Chief of Staff, Madam Freema Opari, has urged ministers and chief directors of the various ministries to ensure government business meets the expectations of citizens. She gave the advice at the signing of the 2017 performance agreement by the government appointees in Accra.
Ghanaians have been urged to let occupational safety and health be their core priority when negotiating for working conditions. The Secretary General of Trades Union will be back at 10 with This Week. Good evening.
Good evening.